on the season. Freshman also averaging 12 points a game for the Golden Eagles, and he's good on the second.
So Baruch has seen a fence-like zone, and then they see a man-to-man. They're going to have to really see what's going on, stay patient.
There's a three from that. Fair is off the glass and in, and a nice ball movement there by the Bearcats on the offensive end. Almost gave it away, but in the end able to knock down the three from the left wing.
It's the holiday season. We'll take any kind of presents, David.
Malloy has it up top, gives it inside to Hurt. Back out to Matt Hurt, gives it off to Tabata in the corner. His shot might have been deflected. Either way, it was way short, and Bajrami comes away with it.
Way to get out there and contest in the corner.
And just like that, Purisic on the other end gives Baruch a 5-4 lead.
Bearcats beat St. Joe's down court. They didn't let them set up for an easy basket.
Now Scholler has it up top, gives it off to Malloy. Malloy has Purisic on him, able to turn and face the basket, gives it off to Hurt. Timothy Hurt to be exact. Tabata has it up top, thinks about the shot. Fair comes out on him, takes the pick from Hurt. Takes the pick again from Hurt, goes left, try to give it to Hurt inside. Almost gets a strip from him, he does, and it's going to be Fair who comes away with it, and Baruch's going to run. Fair looking for an option, finds Richards up top. Richards will slow things up as Scholler comes out to him. Now Hurt covering, Sanborn. Sanborn right wing, cross-court pass to Richards. Richards thinks about giving it off to Bajrami, holds it, now gives to Bajrami. Scholler on him. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Ball inside to Fair. Fair spin around, a turnaround jumper, no good. Around and out, and Scholler comes away with the rebound for St. Joe's.
But that was a high percentage shot by Fair. Hopefully it goes down as the game goes on.
As Scholler's fouled as he goes up. Nice defensive play there by Richards. Just a little too much contact, and it'll send Scholler to line to shoot two.
Yeah, I'm big on good fouls and bad fouls. That's a good foul because, again, Richards was creating the shooter to adjust his body.
And Ryan McNeely will see his first action this afternoon as Timothy Hurt will come to the bench. As Kevin O'Halloran also checks in for St. Joseph's.
Boy, I'll tell you, St. Joe's, a lot of height and size on this team.
And the Hurt brothers come to the bench. As Scholler was 2 of 2 from the line there. So 6-5, St. Joe's lead. It's Bajrami in the front court. He has Richards up top. Richards calling out Coach Alisi's offense. Now gives it over to Fair, looking for options, finds one in Sanborn. Sanborn puts it on the deck. Spin move into the lane. High floater, no good. Trying to shoot over the taller Malloy, and St. Joe's will come away with it.
Sanborn's craftiness is going to play a big part in this game to try and get through the defensive holes.
A nice move there by McNeely, who's unable to finish at the rim, and it'll go back to Baruch. End-to-end action here in the first 4 minutes of basketball at the Arc Arena.
But we're also seeing some good defense on both teams. They're not giving up easy shots. You got to work to get a shot off.
Now Bajrami has it, gives it up to Richards up top. Back to Bajrami, left wing three. His shot a little too short, hits left iron and off, and the newly checked in Ferrafino comes away with the rebound.
Ferrafino also a big player, and Baruch is going to have to identify him. Get in front of him.
Now Scholler, crossover move, gives it off to McNeely. Takes the pick from Tabata. Now Scholler has it. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Has to put something up. Left running underhand layup in the lane. No good, and it's going to be Richards who comes away with the rebound.
Great defensive possession by the Bearcats. Textbook.
Forcing St. Joe's there into a shot. Maybe not the best with the time remaining there on the shot clock.
Well, that's got to be the MO for the rest of the game. Force that shot clock to go down, and then you have to panic.
Fair has it inside. Kicks it outside. Ball swung around to the right wing. Sanborn's three. He knocks it down.
All movement and patience created that. And Sandberg with a beautiful jump shot.
Scholler takes the pick there from Ferrafino. He gives it back to Scholler. Once again, goes around Ferrafino. Now gives it back up to Ferrafino. Ferrafino's going to pull top of the key. Shot a little short. Purisic on the rebound. Richards going to run. Richards right into the lane, working on Scholler. That's going to be an offensive foul. Nice play there by the 5'10 grad student from Smithtown, New York, Gordon Scholler.
Yeah, Michael Richards should have waited for his teammates. No rush. We need him on the court. We don't need him in foul trouble.
And just like that, that's his second, and Sean Donnelly will check into the game for the first time this afternoon. O'Halloran to McNeely. McNeely's shot left hand, no good. Rebounded there by Purisic. Him and Ferrafino get tied up. They're going to call a foul underneath. Say it's not a jump ball. The foul there is going to be on Ferrafino, and that's going to be his first in a couple minutes of action.
Purisic's activity underneath is really going to play a big part because he's getting into little gaps and he's snatching the rebound away from the St. Joe's players.
I think, Joe, that's going to be a huge, with the size that St. Joe's is posing, I think there's going to be a large reliance on the three ball here for the Bearcats this afternoon.
Yeah, which is going to require, David, a lot of ball movement to get guys open. Movement and then ball movement to get guys open.
Just like that, Sanborn right wing, no good as the rebound there from Ferrafino, and they've got Sanborn open a couple times here on the right wing, able to convert last possession.
Hey, listen, that shot was down, David. It just rimmed down.
Now Ferrafino working on Fair. Puts the ball a little low. Fair almost ties him up. Get back out to Hurt. Shot no good. Back up top to McNeely. Well, awkward shot there, but Ferrafino comes away with the rebound, and that goes down. And that's going to be a timeout with 13:42 remaining. 8-8 ball game here in the first half at the Arc Arena. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting, and on Facebook Live. So end-to-end action here in the first 6 and change of play here, Joe. Baruch finding their shots, haven't been hitting from deep yet. However, also struggling a little bit with the size that St. Joe's is posing. Yeah,
but this is a very tough team. Coach Alisi really, forces toughness on his team, and that's going to play out as the game goes on. They're going to have to identify Ferrafino and not let him get comfortable in the post, in the offensive side and the defensive side.
So a couple changes on either side. Thomas Bell has checked into the game for St. Joe's as Muhammad Guy has come in for Baruch. Oh, Bajrami gets fouled. That's Ferrafino as he goes up in the air. Nice pump fake there by Adnan Bajrami, and he'll go to the line to shoot two, and that'll already be a quick second on Ferrafino.
Yeah, I talked to Bajrami in the warm-ups, and as he walked by me, and he said, you know what, my craftiness is going to really help out today. And I said, you know what, you're right. Because these big guys, you're going to go up and under them if you want to.
And he knocks down the first. And that's a classic offensive player drawing the foul, getting the defender off their feet and really having them at their will in the moment.
Jason Kidd made a career of it, Reggie Miller.
So Bajrami knocks down the second. Baruch lead by 2 as Bell will bring it up for the Golden Eagles.
This is a heavyweight championship fight, David.
Jack Reese just into the game for the Bearcats. And Malloy has had to check back in for Ferrafino for the Golden Eagles as McNeely now over to Bell. Takes the pick from Hurd. Hurd into the paint, back to Bell. Shot clock running down, 7 seconds on the shot clock, Ooh, nice play there by Malloy, an up and under move, and he's able to finish with the right hand.
Muhammad Guy got careless. He opened up, and he gave that little lane for the easy layup. He needed to stay down and in front.
Ooh, nice play there by Bajrami. He almost loses it. Gives it back up to Fair into the corner to Reese. Reese from the baseline around and out, no good. Ooh, nice rebound there by Muhammad Guy. Puts it on the deck. Right hand shot, no good, and Hurt comes away with the rebound. for St. Joe's as Bell will bring it into the front court.
Guy making his presence known fast on the offensive side.
And just like that, Thomas Bell knocks down a left wing three. They left him wide open in transition, and he just walked down the court and knocked it down. Coach
Alisi can't be happy with that. You practice that in practice. Get out, defend the shooter, and we know that St. Joe's has three-point shooters.
And Reese was open there, back door. They found him, however, he took too many steps when he got the ball, a little too overzealous, and it goes back to St. Joe's.
I think to your point, Baruch has to be a little bit patient. Slow it down and keep doing what you do. Find people.
Bell brings it into the front court for St. Joe's. Takes the pick from Hurt. Jack Reese on him still. Finds Malloy on the baseline. Little jab step. Malloy going to work on Guy. Posting him up. The double comes into Hurt. Now the ball goes to and kicks it back outside. That's going to be a corner three from Hurt, and he knocks it down. Matt Hurt on the three, getting the assist from his brother Timothy Hurt.
Cameron Best could have done a better job of defending, putting his hand up in the shooter's face.
And St. Joe's comes away with that rebound quickly into the hands of Bell, and Baruch trailing by 6, and St. Joe's trying to score on 3 straight possessions now as Jack Reese knocks that one out of bounds, and it'll be Liam Sanborn quickly to check back into the game as Donaldson will come to the bench.
I'd like to see Cameron Best, who's the Energizer Bunny, I'd like to see him get involved and help his teammates out with a little momentum surge.
Tabata checks back into the game. What I've noticed about St. Joe's, quickly rolling through their players, keeping legs fresh, as Bell gets blocked from behind off Guy, and it hits Bell last. Wow, what a play there. Bell hit the deck, and as the ball was coming down, it hit Bell, who was out of bounds, but nice play there by Guy, who came over the top with the right hand.
Guy with a highlight film. I hope we see that on ESPN later.
It's the only thing we don't have the advantage of yet, Joe, and I assume I could see it coming in the coming years, is that we don't have the pleasure of an instant replay.
Yeah.
That would have been one nice to see, is the three there deep from Cameron Burns off back iron, no good, as Tabata comes away with the board, and Bell will bring it across the timeline for the Golden Eagles.
So again, Baruch has to lock down on defense now.
Guy on Malloy. Malloy again with the right hand, and he's had a step on Guy on a couple of plays so far this afternoon.
Yeah, Guy has gotten beat twice because he moved with the player instead of taking away the player's path.
Now Sanborn thinks about the shot, puts it on the deck instead, over to Burns in the corner. Now Guy, baseline jumper, shot no good. Ball batted around, and it's going to go off Baruch last, and it'll go back to the Golden Eagles. I think they're going to say it was off Sanborn. And just like that, Coach Alisi wants to talk things over. Big possession there it was for the Bearcats, trying to cut it into an 8-point deficit. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting, and on Facebook Live. And welcome back to the Arc Arena. 10 minutes, 11 seconds to go here in the first half. Baruch trailing by 8 as they are struggling on the offensive end, but really, and which in turn is forcing their defense to play at another level because they're going to really have to limit St. Joe's in the paint.
Now, David, I pose this question to you. If you're Baruch offensively, do you try and shoot your way back in or try and penetrate your back into this lead here? They have 2 options. Let's see what Coach Alisi might suggest to them.
I'm also actually a little bit interested because when Ferrafino was in the game, they seemed to be going to the paint and really making him contest shots, leading him to foul trouble. They have not done the same when Malloy's been in the game, and I'm curious to see if they will switch to that tactic as Tabata gets fouled. Shot doesn't go, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. The foul there is going to be on Cameron Burns, his first.
Yeah, you know, Baruch is getting beat because they're not moving their feet effectively. They're just missing placement, and St. Joe's has taken advantage of that little opening.
Tabata knocks down the first. Perfect from the line this afternoon. And he's good on the second. Baruch trail by 10, 20-10. Will come up with the ball with Sanborn. Sanborn going right past Hurd, who's trying to pick up Sanborn 94 feet. And it'll be Burns in the corner. Now back up to Sanborn, who walks it across the half-court symbol, looking for options. Finds that, and Burns. Burns right into the lane. Trying to find, who's that underneath? Guy? No, excuse me. That was actually Jehmehl, who just checked into the game. Left wing three from Hurd, and he knocks it down.
If Burns continued on, he would have had an open shot for himself instead of throwing a bad pass.
Jackson Jehmehl, not seeing a lot of him this season, but he gets into the game and he gets fouled and will go to the line to shoot two.
I think this is a great substitution for Coach Alisi because, he's putting in some size now.
And he's off back iron on the first is Jehmehl. Also, I think it's great because, you're giving freshmen some minutes in a season like this where you could lose players to COVID or you could lose players to injury. You're going to need a deeper bench and more players to be game ready.
And the interesting thing is Coach Alisi is finding out how to break these situations. Right now you have a situation where his offense is in a drought. And what's going to be the breakthrough?
No shot there, no good. Behind Malloy, and he'll go to the line to shoot two, but he's been having his way inside the Baruch interior defense.
Yeah, I don't like the body language of the Bearcats. I think Bajrami has got to huddle his team together and say, listen, let's go. We're at home now. We're not on the road, and we can do this, okay? Let's get it back one basket at a time. So they need to correct their body language and come together as a team here.
And that question you posed before, Joe, about how will the Bearcats get back into this, they're almost going to be forced to start shooting shots because they're either going to let the deficit grow too large. They trail by 15 here in the first half. Plenty of time, though, here at the Arc Arena. This got to chip away. That's what's becoming a growing deficit here for St. Joe's. Nice little hop step there by Sanborn, trying to find Donald in the corner. He does. Sanborn there to replace him. He thinks about the shot. No, it's that spin move on top of it. A step-back shot. His shot was blocked, and it'll be Malloy who comes away with the rebound there, and it'll be Scholler up ahead for St. Joe's. He'll spin back as Fair picks him up. Now Hurt, left wing three, shot off back iron, no good. Fair skies for the board and grabs it. Gives it up to Purisic in the front court. Ooh, thought he might have took too many steps because they no shot. The foul was on the floor.
Purisic's ability to be agile can help out here because he can wiggle himself around some of the St. Joe's defenders.
Sanborn inbounds to Fair right in front of the scorer's table here. It'll be now Donaldson on the far side. Crossover move up top, gives it off to Sanborn. To Fair, looking for options, picks up his dribble. Sanborn again up top. He'll go right, spins back, finds a cutting Purisic, free throw line floater, and he knocks that one down. Nice space there to find in the middle of the zone as Purisic able to hit the open shot.
Couldn't have called a better play, right at the right time, and found the opening in the St. Joe's defense.
Malloy hands off to Tabata. He'll pull a three and knock it down from the right corner.
Well, Fair didn't contest the shot, so he had an open look.
Now Donaldson into the lane. Ball swung outside. Sanborn going to pull a straight on three. He knocks it down and is able to answer Tabata's three from moments ago.
Okay, so Baruch again is getting it together. Now we need some defensive stops.
Now Scholler finds Malloy too easy as I think Purisic overcommitted on the pass, and it was an easy layup for Malloy.
Right, again, St. Joe's got lucky, David.
Sanborn knocks it down, and he is fouled from downtown. Liam Sanborn going to go to the line for the 4-point play.
Well, that could be the magic that the Bearcats need now to feed off of. A possible 4-point play gets in the heads of St. Joe, and now you got something to work with if you're Baruch.
And that forces St. Joe's one of their better players, Scholler, to the bench with his second foul as he was visibly frustrated leaving the court. Bell has checked back in for him, and McNeely as well as Sanborn knocks down the free throw, so cuts the deficit to 11. And Baruch need a defensive stand here as Sanborn picks up Bell. Sofronio, who's just into the game, and that's actually not a bad matchup. Who I want to see a bit on Malloy. Sofronio gives the Bearcats a little bit of size on the interior.
Well, what happened there is, St. Joe's penetrated too easy. You got to stop that up top. I mean, he was a freight train on his way.
Now Sofronio out on Malloy. Shot around and good, but good D there. Malloy just hit a better shot.
Yeah. He needs to be tighter. The player had two eyes to look at the basket.
And Sanborn's fadeaway shot around and out, no good. And Tabata comes away with the rebound, and Bell brings it into the front court for St. Joe's. Now right back to Malloy, and the offense has gone through him for most of the first half. As Fair is able to get a hand there, strips it away, and Purisic will run. Purisic picks up his dribble, gives it up top to Donald, and he's going to pull a three. Ooh, shot way off, and Malloy comes away with the rebound. But nice defensive play there on the other end by the Bearcats, really getting the ball, even though Malloy was able to catch in the post, really able to get it away from him.
I think the Bearcats have to look for Sanborn. He's got the hot hand. Don't get away from what's going to get you back in this game.
And Malloy just putting on a post-work clinic right there, unable to get that one to fall as Purisic dribbles into the paint and into the baseline, and he falls, hits the deck, and it's going to be out of bounds on the Bearcats.
David, I think you're going to have to put a couple of smaller bodies on the post players for St. Joe's and get underneath them, because they're kind of doing whatever they want. Steal the ball as they're about to make their move.
Ferrafino back into the game with 2 fouls. As Malloy will come to the bench for a few minutes, and once again the offense going to run through the center as Ferrafino gets the ball, gives it back out to McNeely, now back inside to Ferrafino. Sofronio on him. So Ferrafino trying to go off glass, no good. Instead, doesn't hit anything, and it's going to be Baruch basketball as Sanborn comes the other way with it. Right into the lane does Sanborn go. He kicks it back outside to Fair. Ball swung around. Purisic up top. Ball goes off his foot, but right into the waiting hands of Donnellan. And Baruch can reset. Ooh, dangerous pass from Purisic to Sanborn in the corner. Gets knocked away, and it'll stay with the Bearcats underneath.
Yeah, David, I just want to focus a little about the Bearcats on defense. They're going to have to double up on their St. Joe's post players, because that one-on-one, it's leaving the door open for them to make a move.
Ferrafino also giving them the opportunity there. As a big man, really brought the ball low there on the offensive end.
Yeah. That's a gift. That's a gift. One move and he's to the basket.
A deep three there by Sanborn. Shot off left iron, no good. It looked good from our spot, but it hit off left iron, and now quickly into the corner to McNeely. He took too many steps, and it's going to go back the other way. A little overzealous as he was wide open in the corner.
Yeah, Baruch really wasn't set up on defense like that. We want to point out Muhammad Guy's in the game. Good things happen when Coach Alisi inserts him.
And I like this this lineup for the Bearcats, as we don't normally see Purisic and Guy in the game at the same time. We got a little bit of it last game against Merchant Marine, but going to see a little bit more of it today as Purisic's bounce pass goes right into the waiting hands of Ferrafino. I don't think Fair expected it, and it'll be St. Joe's ball. Now Tabata thinks about the three. Fair out on him.
Purisic should not be at the top as the quarterback. He should be roaming inside the lane with Guy, hoping for that catch and shoot.
It's going to be a 1-and-1. They're going to say the shot was on the floor the foul was on the floor before the shot, as Tabata will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1, and he knocks down the first. Tabata's having a strong night from the free throw line, 5 of 5 here in the first half.
Yeah, he's been granted foul line appearances because, again, Baruch just got sloppy and lazy on defense. Baruch's given up a lot of easy trips to the foul line.
And Donelon brings it into the front court. Bell all over him. Donelon calling out the offense. Gives it inside to Fair. Looking for options. Gives it outside to Purisic. He'll take the corner three, and he knocks it down. Emil Purisic, and Coach Alisi wants to talk things over with 4:16. A big shot there from Purisic. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting, and on Facebook Live. And welcome back to the Arc Arena. 4:16 remains here in the first half as right before the break, Purisic hitting a big three from the far corner.
It's nice when your big knocks down a three because now you have St. Joe scratching their head. But again, the game plan should be Muhammad Guy Purisic roaming inside looking for an opening on the baseline or in the paint.
Now Bell has it up top. A little bit of a zone that we saw last time with actually Guy playing like the roamer up top, and quick active hands there by Donelon almost leads to the steal. Robert's shot, I think it was blocked inside by Purisic. Ball's loose. Donelon comes away with it. And a nice defensive stop there by Baruch, but Coach, that is sloppy play there by Sanborn as he passed it into the backcourt to hit Donelon.
Sanborn was thinking that the St. Joe's was not set defensively. So that was a tough mental error, but he had great intention.
I think his argument to the ref was he wasn't fully in the front court, which
right.
It looked like he may have gotten that second foot down, though. He was moving quite quick, as now it's Bell in the front court for St. Joe's. Trying to get the bounce pass to Tabata instead of three directs to Roberts. McNeely, the right wing three, shot no good. Long rebound there to Cameron Burns. And he'll bring it into the front court for the Bearcats. Ooh, dangerous pass there. Bell almost picks it off. Sanborn into the lane. Outside, left wing three from Burns. Shot a little short. Rebound batted around, and Bell comes away with it for St. Joe's. Almost bounced it off his knee, and he'll be able to re-corral and curl back around here on the right wing.
This is all about the last 3 minutes of how hard Baruch could play defensively.
And three ball, everyone wanted Bell to shoot three. Instead, he'll go into the lane. His shot blocked there by Muhammad Guy, and it'll stay with St. Joe's.
That's what Muhammad I gives you. He gives you that length, and, he makes sure that he's protecting the rim. Baruch has to protect the rim now. They're down 12, but this last 3 minutes is going to carry over quickly into the second half.
And Malloy back into the game. Gave Baruch fits earlier in the game as the offense ran through him here and for most of the first half for St. Joe's. Now Tabata's going to pull a top of the key jumper. No good. Fair comes away with the rebound. He's fouled by Malloy, who got an errant hand in there. And it'll be underneath for the Bearcats as St. Joe's is one foul away from putting Baruch in the bonus.
Fairness, that was a toughness rebound. You weren't getting that ball away from him. And again, the toughness that Coach Alisi instills into the Bearcats is going to get them back into this game. This is a toughness game right now. This is, that Saturday morning in the park.
Now Sanborn will bring it into the front court, takes the pick from Purisic. Jack Reese back in the game. He's up top with the ball, gives it off to Fair on the right wing. Playing a smaller lineup now with only Purisic in at the forward. Now Sanborn into the lane, finds the cutting Reese. His shot is blocked from behind by Timothy Hurt, but a nice offensive possession from the Bearcats.
The Bearcats did everything right in terms of patience and almost getting rewarded for their great work.
And an errant pass there on the inbound by Sanborn. I think him and Fair had a little bit of a miscommunication on the far side, so it'll go back to St. Joe's.
Yeah, if the Bearcats could have scored, that would have brought it to 10. We want to get this lead down under 10 before the bell.
Corner three there for St. Joe's. I think that was Hurt in the corner, but Timothy Hurt comes away with it, and Tabata able to finish with the left hand.
Well, you got to get that's a great athletic move to free himself to the left hand.
That gives Tabita 11, leads all scorers for St. Joe's. Now Sanborn inside, up top to Fair. He's going to pull over Scholler. Rebound long on that shot, but Sanborn comes away with it. Fadeaway shot is good as Liam Sanborn knocks down what is his 4th shot of the afternoon.
Welcome back, Liam.
He leads all scorers with 12. Now Malloy has it. He's going to work on Sanborn and Fair. He's double teamed, gets it off though to Tabita. Now to Scholler up top. Bounce pass is kicked by Sanborn, and can't be too mad with that if you're the Bearcats.
Let's always point out when Reese is in the game, he always makes something happen, whether it's a deflection or a steal. He's a catalyst like Michael Richards for making things happen that doesn't show up in the scoreboard.
So Scholler has it, 17 seconds left on the shot clock. He's tightly covered by Reese.
Reese is on the prowl.
And he gets his hand in there and gets the strip.
There you go. Thank you, Jack.
And Jehmehl Fair now has it. Gives it off to Reese. Sanborn up top. He thinks about the shot. No, instead he'll go right into the lane. Working on 2, 3, make it 4. Now Fair in the corner. As St. Joe's able to recover. Shot off glass. No good. Tabita on the rebound. Fair hits the deck. And it'll be Scholler to walk things up.
Yeah, Fair should have looked to get some contact on that because he actually fell away. You know, the Bearcats have not been to the line a whole lot, David.
No, they have not. So far on the afternoon, they've only been to the line 5 times, while St. Joe's is a perfect 10 of 10 from the line. But that's what's going to happen when you're trying to contend with that size. When you haven't been fouling, you've been letting Malloy really have his way, and just the bigs overall of St. Joe's. Malloy leading them with 10 points. Tabita 6 of 6 at the line. He has 9 this afternoon. So
I think Coach Alisi in halftime talk will talk about, hey, let's play physical. Let's get to the line. That's what they call it. That's a free throw, and let's get more free things for us. But again, let's put it where we are now. 59.3. Baruch down by 12. Let's try for Baruch, get into the locker room down under 10.
That'll be St. Joe's ball right in front of the scorer's table as Hurt will inbound. Scholler waiting for it, and he'll receive in the backcourt. Hurt comes with the pick. Bounce pass to Hurt up top. Into the corner to his brother. That was O'Halloran. And Fair comes away with the strip, and he's fouled, and now he'll go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
David, this is a very active team Coach Alisi has on the floor now. Cameron Best, Reese, Fair, these guys really have fast-moving hands and feet and cause disruptions.
And Jehmehl Fair leading Baruch in free throw shooting this year at 88%, so he's the guy you want at the line for clutch free throw opportunity, and that knocks down the first.
Baruch right now has better body language than they had a couple of minutes ago. I think they feel better about themselves. And the reason is because they know that if they play hard and scrappy, good things are going to happen.
St. Joe's hasn't had it as easy inside also with Malloy in the paint. Even when Ferrafino came in and struggled a bit from the interior. A lot of active hands for the Bearcats. As St. Joe's has it up top. It's in the hands of Malloy. Ooh, nice spin move there, but he loses it, and Fair comes away with it. He's going to try to go coast to coast, and he gets fouled. The foul there is going to be on Hurt.
David,
let's make that Matt Hurt, the senior guard from Miller Place.
Let's talk about what has gotten a little change in Baruch's activity level, the scrappiness. You player spins, boom, he loses. Players down the other way for a layup. The scrappiness is the catalyst now for Baruch getting back into this game.
The game plan hasn't changed, though, for St. Joe's. They're trying to get them work the ball inside. It's just been some more active hands for the Bearcats. And like you said, maybe feeling the momentum change a little bit has gotten them mentally more back in the game.
Yeah, you could try all you want, but the opponent is going to counter too, and take away what you want to do. And I feel Baruch right now.
So Scholler has it up top. Reese on him. Gives it off to O'Halloran. Scholler, crossover move. Reese hits the deck. O'Halloran, left wing three, or off front iron. No good. Batted out to Fair. Full court heave. Off glass. No good. And that will do it for the first half of action here at the Arc Arena. Baruch was once a 15-point deficit, only trailed by 8 here at the half. We'll be back in about 15 minutes with your second half action. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting, and on Facebook Live.
with the script of trying to get below 10 at halftime. They kept to the possible script of keeping it below 10. Okay. That could lead us off.
And good afternoon. Welcome back to the Arc Arena here for second half action between St. Joe's of Long Island and your Baruch Bearcats. Baruch, a little bit of a run to end the first half, crawling back into this game. Once down 15, now trail by 8, as St. Joe's will start with the ball wearing their dark blue jerseys here at the Arc Arena.
You know, some teams, I have St. Joe's in mind, when they get a little desperate, they want to go to muscle. And let's see if St. Joe's resorts to that.
And just like that, Malloy able to get the opening layup there. A little bit of an overcompensation from Purisic on the pass. And Malloy, easy bucket for St. Joe's, as now Fair has it in the left wing. Once again, St. Joe's coming out in the 2-3 zone. Sanborn shot a little short, and Scholler comes away with it into the front court. Has a cutting hurt. Instead, he'll pull it up and reset with Malloy up top.
Yeah, Baruch has to, again, make sure that defense is their priority here, opening up the second half.
Ooh, nice play there by Malloy with the right hand. A little too strong, and it'll be Richards who comes away with the rebound.
But you got to put a body in front of him. I mean, come on, that's too easy.
He actually split two defenders on his way to the rim there, as Hurt comes away with the steal, and the Bearcats turn it over.
I mean, he looked like a tight end playing on the Kansas City Chiefs, getting to the end zone on that.
Scholler takes the pick from Malloy. Now Malloy has a baseline looking for options. He'll put it on the deck. Goes right past Purisic. Can't finish with the right hand. A little frustrated as Fair will save. Nope, he'll step out of bounds, and it'll go back to St. Joe's. And lack of hustle there from the Bearcats has led to another St. Joe's possession.
Coach Elise has to be concerned starting out the second half, where his team is letting the post players for St. Joe's kind of have their way.
They're just discussing how much time should be on the shot clock if they should get a full reset. So it's going to be a reset back to 20. Looked like Baruch almost had the basketball, so they could have the argument that she get a fresh 30. But either way,
yeah,
it'll be Scholler up top. He takes the pick from Malloy. Malloy will cut to the basket. It'll be a bounce pass to Hurd. Out to Matt Hurd, back to Timothy. Excuse me, back to Matt to Timothy. Now to Matt has the ball. Matt, fadeaway shot, no good. Rebounded there by Malloy underneath. He puts it once on the deck and one there as Malloy gets fouled as he goes up.
Well, again, we don't want to harp on it, but there's a pattern that St. Joseph's come out of the locker room and just saying, listen, we're going to camp out underneath there, and unless you stop us, we're going to get easy baskets.
Malloy barely grazed his iron on the free throw, so he doesn't get the three-point play. But like you said, Joe, it's going to be a tough sledding for Baruch if Malloy's able to just catch underneath that close to the basket.
Yeah, too easy. Well, remember, the Bearcats got back into this game with a different lineup.
Bounce pass inside to Purisic. Purisic trying to go through two defenders. Nope, it'll be Matt Hurt who comes away with the basketball. Quickly up to Timothy Hurt into the front court. That ball knocked away from him, and it's going to stay with St. Joe's.
Fair with a great defensive play disrupted that. So the Bearcats have to identify where everybody is, deny, put your hand up.
Now Tabita's going to pull a straight on three, gets the pick from Malloy, and he knocks it down. That's going to be a timeout for Coach Alisi as he wants to talk things over. And not the start that Coach Alisi wanted as St. Joe's going on an 8-0 run to start the second half and extending that lead way back up to 16 points here with 2.5 gone in the second.
David, as I pointed out, the Bearcats ended the first half with a different lineup. And that lineup was not the starting lineup, but it was the lineup that brought back that fire to the Bearcats, which engineered that little 9-2 run at the end. So Coach Alisi's got to take a deep breath and just be patient. And let's get it one possession at a time. Let's get back in. The Bearcats are at home, David. That's always an advantage.
And don't forget, if you want to attend any Bearcat home game, please go to Baruch Athletics website. Click on the tickets link to sign up for Bearcats tickets if you want to come to any home games here at the Arc Arena.
Great things happen here at the Arc Arena. David, while we have this moment, I'd like to shout out the legendary broadcaster John Madden passed away. And, again, he's why we do what we do. We learned from him. Rest in peace.
Absolutely, and it'll be Richards in the front court for Baruch. He gives it up to Sanborn. Sanborn now going to pull a straightaway three. Off front iron, no good. And Malloy there to corral the rebound.
Yeah, Sanborn is a catalyst for the Bearcats. If he starts knocking down shots, we can get back into it.
Be hurt inside. He's trying to finish the right hand. Ball batted around. Tabita trying to put it back in. He gets two whacks at it, and he's able to finish. And just an effort play as he's going up over Purisic.
Well, that's the word, the effort by St. Joe's. Tabita, nobody's putting a body on him.
Now Sanborn has it up top. Gives it off to Bajrami. Back up top to Sanborn. Hurt comes out to him. Bajrami going to pull the three. Off front iron, no good. And Baruch really just resorting right now to long threes from Sanborn and Bajrami.
I think Coach Alisi's got to go back to a lineup of the scrappiness to, get going here against St. Joe's.
Sanborn into the lane, gives it outside. Left wing three from Fair. Shot off left iron, no good. Hurt comes away with the rebound, and it'll be Scholler to walk things up for St. Joe's. And it's very much early shots in the shot clock for Baruch, not able to drop as they're trying to chip into this what is now an 18-point deficit.
Hey, St. Joe's has got plenty of energy for offense because they're not really having to work on defense.
And just like that, a lot of changes for the Bearcats. A lot of the changes that you saw at the end of the second half, it's going to be a full five swap as Sofronio, Guy, Donnellan, Reese, and Burns come into the game for Baruch.
Yeah, for the Bearcats to get in, we know what the formula is to get them back in this game.
Now Reese has it up top. Looking at the basket, instead he'll put the ball on the deck. Has Guy over to Burns on the right wing. Ball into Guy. Guy's going to pull a shot. He knocks that one down from the free throw line, and Baruch's first basket of the second half, coming in about 4.5 minutes into the half.
Mr. Reliable. Anytime Guy comes off the bench, expect good things.
Now Baruch once again getting into their zone a little bit.
Big defensive possession, David.
Scholler has it. He'll go into the lane. Scoop layup and able to finish with the right hand. The help was there, just a moment too late, and Scholler's able to finish off glass.
Well, what Guy didn't do, he didn't put his arm up and contest. You have to protect the rim on a layup.
Now Burns has it up top. Bounce pass over to Sofronio. Back to Burns, playing a little two-man game with Sofronio. Burns swings it across court to Reese. Hurt comes out to him. Reese gets fouled as he goes underneath. The foul there is going to be on number 3, Timothy Hurt.
David, it's really important for Cameron Burns to assert himself. He's done that in prior games. I know he's only a freshman, but he's capable of really getting things done, and Baruch sorely needs him.
Muhammad Guy, free throw line shot, no good, off right iron this time, and goes into the waiting hands of Tabita, and Scholler will bring it up for the Golden Eagles.
Good look by Guy, just didn't go down.
Hurt comes out with the pick, and it's going to be an offensive foul on Scholler as they're saying he pushed off with the left hand, and it'll go back to the Bearcats.
Jack Reese is a guy that's going to make things happen for you. Again, the variables that don't show up in the scoreboard.
Now Donnellan has it on the left wing with McNeely draped all over him. Reese now into Guy, gives it off to Sofronio, finishes it with the right hand. Tabita was a moment too late, trying to come over from behind.
Guy's ability to pass into the post.
Now Tabita has it up top, takes the pick from Malloy right side. Gives it off to McNeely, who's going to step out of bounds. And it's going to go back to the Bearcats. Bearcats desperately need, and they need to start piggybacking a few stops on top of each other if they want to get back into this one.
So notice, David, what's happened in the last couple of minutes. Guy, Jack Reese have made a couple of scrappy moves to bring the Bearcats a little more life.
And Guy's going to pull left wing 3, who grazes netting, and it'll be out of bounds and go back to St. Joe's.
In the schoolyard, they would have said that went in. Now remember, Baruch defense is going to bring them in the game if they're going to come back.
And Malloy has it up top, now gives it off to Bell, who just checked into the game for St. Joe's. Takes the pick from Malloy, gives it to him. Malloy now, hard pass to the corner. It's going to be Tabita who corrals that one in. Takes the pick from Hurd, though. McNeely has it, 7 seconds on the shot clock. McNeely into the lane. Off glass, off left iron, no good. And it'll be Burns who comes away with it for the Bearcats.
Great tough possession by the Bearcats. David, right now with 13-14 left, the goal is that Bearcats can get it down to 10 at the 10-minute mark. That would be their first goal right now.
The foul there was on Bell. It'll be side out in front of the Bearcats bench for Baruch. Donnellan crossover move, takes the pick from Sofronio. Gives it off to Burns. Burns into the lane. High floating shot, no good. Burns trying to get his own rebound. And they're going to say it went off of Hurd last, and it'll stay with Baruch. Nice hustle play there by Burns. Couldn't get it to fall, but contested the rebound.
But notice how easily Burns got to the basket, something Baruch has not had their way this game. Burns can do it.
Now Burns inside to Guy. Guy going to turn. Give it outside to Reese, who's going to go baseline. Reese goes all the way baseline into Guy underneath, and he gets fouled on the shot, and he's able to hit, and he'll go to the line for the and one play. Sloppy play there if you're St. Joe's. No reason to foul. Guy had the basket. Just give him that, but now you'll give them an opportunity for one more at the line.
Yeah, David, let's just keep the Bearcat Nation who's watching at home. What is making things happen for Baruch? This lineup. They did it at the end of the first half, and they're doing it here in the second half. Not the big name players for the Bearcats, but the secondary players.
And Hurt's going to come to the bench now as he has 3 fouls coming in on a little more than 7 minutes gone here in the second half. McNeely gives it up to Malloy thinks, excuse me, that was O'Halloran in the
Defense,
corner.
yeah, defense again is going to slowly change this game around if the Bearcats can make it happen.
Tabata gives a pick for Bell, and they're going to say the foul was on Donnellan as Bell gets fouled on the center symbol.
I heard a lot of ball on that, David.
And it'll be St. Joe's ball on the far side. Tabata to inbound.
That is not a bad foul. That's a foul, means you're working. You're working.
Bell hits the deck as he was looking for the pass. It'll come into Malloy. And it'll be Bell up top. Takes the pick from Malloy going right. Bounce pass into Tabata. Dangerous pass inside as Burns almost ripped that away. Now McNeely will have it. Up top to Bell. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Gives off to Malloy. Malloy's going to pull. Burns in his face. Shot a little too strong. It'll be Sofronio who comes away with the rebound, and Burns quickly to push into the offensive end. And he falls, hits the deck, and he loses the ball as he goes out of bounds. And an unforced error there from the Bearcats will give the ball right back to St. Joe's.
Yeah, they got to give the ball up to Donaldson or Reese. And then, Burns will get his touch.
And McNeely turns it over. Donnellan off the glass with the left hand, and he cuts the deficit to 11. He thought he got some contact there.
The scrappiness of the second team of the Bearcats going to make it happen or not happen.
And Jack Reese called there on the foul.
But that's a good foul, David, because the Bearcats are turning it up, making St. Joe's have to work.
Once again, Reese maybe a little overzealous on the second one. You don't want to start piling these up here and getting St. Joe's in the bonus a little earlier than they have to be.
Yeah, I mean, the Bearcat guys on the floor now are thinking very aggressively. And you see, it comes back in your favor when you play hard. You get called for foul or you get a charge.
And Coach McSloy wants to talk things over for St. Joe's. And to your point there, Joe, you got to keep your legs moving and stay in front of them. Nice play there by Jack Reese to get in the way of Scholler and really pick up that last foul after making a couple of maybe being a little bit overzealous on the play before.
And to your point, David, it's just a matter of where you are. If you're in great position, they'll call a charge. If you're a little bit off, they're going to call a foul on you. So, again, it's a matter of inches. But you got to like where Baruch is now. 11:54 left. We said the goal is to get the lead down to 10 by 10 minutes, and we're right there.
Baruch trailing right now 48-37, 11:54 remaining in the ball game. And also, Coach Alisi very reliant right now on the current five that he has in. How would those legs tire as they've already been in the game for about 4 or 5 minutes? You're going to have to go back to your bench at some point, and what are you getting out of that group? Or, in theory, your starters when they come back into the game?
Well, I think that, these guys, youth is on their side, so to speak. I think that Coach Alisi is going to go with them until he simply can't go, because that's a good thing. Because imagine if this formula works, what you're going to have going forward, especially in conference play.
And Burns going to pull a straight on three, and he knocks it down. Cameron Burns with a big shot, his first points of the afternoon.
And we were waiting for that because he's the guy. He's the Energizer Bunny.
And Hurd, who almost dribbles into a double team, almost a triple team. A lot of energy now for the Bearcats.
Hey.
Not saying they didn't have it before, but you could see them getting a little bit rowdy on the defensive end. Closing out the three there by Hurd. Shot no good. Sofronio bats it out, and it's going to go into the waiting hands of Reese. Oh, dangerous pass. And it's going to luckily stay with the Bearcats. If you're Reese, you got to just calm down there. I think that's where you slow it up and just get the ball into the offensive end.
Yeah, if the Bearcats could just stay within themselves, they're in a good place now. Bearcat Nation, hold on to your seats because we got a good one here.
Donald into the lane, gives it to Sofronio. He finishes off the glass with the right hand, and just like that, it's only a 5-point game, 11-minute mark here in the second half.
Credit Coach Alisi to this substitution pattern.
Tabata gets past Donnellan, who's then able to find the cutting Malloy, and that's what happens when you're a little bit overzealous on the press. Donnellan gets burnt by Tabita, and now able to find an easy cutting Malloy for the basket. But Guy on the offensive end has a chance to respond. Now to the ball into Donnellan.
David, that getting caught and beat is going to happen.
Guy shot off front iron, no good, and Hurt comes away with the rebound.
Okay, so Baruch has to keep their head together. It's okay. It's okay.
And Malloy, no good, gets his own rebound underneath his. He's ripped from him, so Fronio comes away with it. And he's able to give it off to Donnellan, who's going to bring it up for the Bearcats.
I hope there's a game ball for Sophonia because he's earned it today.
Guy shot no good. Sophonia on the rebound. He'll work in the paint. He's double teamed, though, has to give it up. He gives it up to Reese. Over to Donnellan in the corner. He'll pull the three. Shot no good. Burns fighting it with Tabita on the rebound. Tabita comes away with it, and it'll go back to St. Joe's.
Okay, again, big defensive possession. We're going to say that the last 9 minutes and change because Baruch is going to win this game on defense.
So Hurt has it up top. Donnellan up into his hip. Tabita trying to go past Burns. They're going to call a foul on Burns on the outside here. That's going to be Baruch's sixth, and it'll be the last side out for St. Joe's as they'll be one away from moving into the bonus.
Yeah, what Burns should have done there is just moved his player into Reese, and Reese could have made a slap at that ball instead of fouling him.
So it'll be Bajrami, Richards, Fair, and Sanborn back into the game. Burns will stay on the court. And I'd be shocked if we don't see those four back into the game in just a few moments, as they definitely gave Baruch a lot of energy on both the offensive and defensive ends of the floor. As Hurt straightaway three, shot no good. Ferrafino, though, goes back up with it, and he's fouled and will go to the line to shoot two.
Well, I'm sorry to say that the second crew didn't allow that to happen. As you see, I'm showing some really love to the second team of the Bearcats today.
And Ferrafino goes 1 of 2 at the line. Now Jehmehl Fair has it up top. Over to Richards on the right wing. Back to Fair. Fair going to drive past Hurt into the lane. He'll have to curl back. Bounce pass inside to Richards. Left-hand layup is good. Nice find there from Fair to Richards.
Good patience by Fair. Good vision. Good left hand by Richards.
And Baruch now down by 6. Bell takes the pick from Hurt. Gives it off to Ferrafino. Hurt goes baseline, gives it off to Hurt. He's able to finish with the left hand. One Hurt to the other.
Yeah, again, there was too many good openings for St. Joe's, allowing that. That's a high percentage shot. Baruch has to stop those.
Now Sanborn has it up top. He'll come left to right. Gives it off to Burns. Now over to Bajrami. Bajrami doubled. Ball almost batted away. Gives it off to Sanborn in the corner. He gets an open layup, and he's able to finish with the left hand. May have drawn some contact. Hits the deck. Either way, Baruch get it back to 6 as Bell brings it into the front court for St. Joe's.
Good patience by Bajrami. Good left hand by...
And Hurt gets fouled as he goes up with the left hand, and he'll go to the line for an old school three-point play.
Right now, David, at the 8-minute mark, what's going to bring the Bearcats again is that scrappiness. The lineup that's on the floor now for the Bearcats is not that scrappy kind of team. They're the bigger guys. You're not going to allow St. Joe's to get out of what they're doing now unless your hands and feet are moving like those scrappy guys did.
Entrance pass inside to Burns was tipped. Fair, a little errant pass there. Oh, almost gets it right back, though, as Tabita almost loses the ball. Now he gives it off to Hurt in the corner, and he knocks down the corner three, gets the lead back up to 11 for St. Joe's. Ooh, Fair almost lost it there. Now Sanborn has it.
Baruch is again want to get this lead under 10 at the 5-minute mark. If the Bearcats can get the lead to 10 or less, I would hope the scrappy unit would come in at about the 5-minute mark.
And Bajrami, corner three, around and out, no good. Purisic on the rebound. He gets fouled on the putback, and we'll go to the line to shoot two. That ball seemed to go around for a minute there as it eventually rattled out. And Purisic no good on the putback, but he'll go to the line.
Yeah, the WD-40 might not be around because it's, Baruch has been closed.
And Purisic knocks down the first. Trying to get it back to single digits are the Bearcats.
Yeah, again, defensively, the Bearcats have to figure out how to stop. St. Joe's is finding many ways to get baskets.
Purisic off on the second. Hurt comes away with the rebound, and he'll actually bring it up for the Bearcats. For St. Joe's. Trying to find an open teammate. Gives it to Bell. Back to Hurt in the corner, and he knocks down again. Same spot, back-to-back possessions as Timothy Hurt knocks down the corner three. It'll be Sanborn in the front court. Richards, ball swung around the perimeter to Burns. Now back up to Sanborn. Puts the ball on the deck, gives it off to Cameron Burns. Left wing three, just a little short as Tabata comes away with the rebound. And just like that, back up to 13 is the lead for the Golden Eagles. Hurt now double teamed. Gives it off to Bell. Bell's going to go baseline. Finds Hurt underneath. Ooh, ball bounced off a couple legs. Right back to Hurt, who finds Ferrafino. And he's able to easily lay it in.
Okay, so the Bearcats have taken a bunch of punches here by St. Joe's. How are they going to recover?
And now Richards into the lane. Gives it off to Burns in the corner. Sanborn up top. Bell on him. Richards crossover move. Leaves the ball behind. He holds on to it. They're going to say a jump ball, and it'll stay with Baruch.
There wasn't really any place for Richards to go. The Bearcats have to be more protective of the ball at this point.
So Sanborn trying to inbound, trying to find someone open, and it's going to be Jack Reese up top, who just came back into the game. Reese gives it out to Bajrami, over to Richards. Richards going to pull a right wing three. Shot flat. No good. Purisic comes away with the rebound. He gets fouled as he hits the deck. His shot no good. Once again, he'll go to the line to shoot two.
Well, the good part is he got one of the bigs for St. Joe's to foul him. So Baruch can hope that these guys start to accumulate fouls.
Malloy waiting to check back in for St. Joe's. Purisic at the line, knocks down the first. Ferrafino will come to the bench. And Purisic good on the second.
All right, well, you just got two on the scoreboard. Would be nice for a lockdown possession here on defense.
That's Hurt. Corner three on the other side now. Shot no good. Malloy hits off his shoulder. Ball batted around out to Tabata. And I'll give it a fresh 20 for St. Joe's. Bell into the lane. He's able to find space. Shot no good. Malloy's rebound batted out. And it'll be Baruch who comes away with it. Sanborn in particular. Gives it outside to Reese. Reese going to go baseline. Finds Bajrami, corner three, shot no good off front iron. Tabata comes away with the rebound for St. Joe's. He almost loses it. Once again, almost loses it again off his knee. And Bell will slow things down for St. Joe's up top.
Bajrami is not himself today. So Baruch is going to have to go to another option.
0 of 5 from the field in 19 minutes. Only 2 points on the afternoon for Bajrami. Hurt again. Straightaway three, shot no good. Bajrami comes away with the rebound. Going to give it quickly up to Sanborn into the front court, finding the cutting Purisic. He gets blocked from behind And they're going to say it was a foul there on Malloy. And it was almost like Purisic was a little too deep when he received the pass.
Yeah,
making it a little easier for Malloy on the block.
To your point, David, he was in a position to get fouled because he kind of was extending his arm where he might have been able to get a shot at the basket. So that was a desperate foul by St. Joe's.
And Scholler checks back into the game as Bell will come to the bench. That knocks down the second. Baruch trailed by 11, a little under 5 minutes remaining here in the ball game. Baruch trying to extend that 4-game win streak that they brought in to the Arc Arena right before beating Merchant Marine right before the finals break, excuse me. And Scholler takes the pick from Malloy, who finds the cutting Hurt. Hurt shot a little too strong. Purisic comes away with the rebound. And Fair will bring it up right into the hands of Bajrami now on the far side. Crossover move by Bajrami. Gives it over off to Fair. Trying to find options. Has one in Sanborn. Sanborn into the lane. Steps back. Gives it out to Fair left wing. And he knocks down the three. And Coach Alisi wants to talk things over. Once again, the Baruch deficit only down to 8, and Baruch still have life with 4:05 remaining. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting, and on Facebook Live.
Yeah, Fair, one of your more dependable players on offense and defense, and he certainly showed that there. So guys are going to have to step up now, and exactly, David, who are those guys for the Bearcats that are going to step up now? And they're going to have to play both ways now, not just offense. It's going to be defense and offense.
Don't forget, your next chance to see your Baruch Bearcats actually going to be a doubleheader against York College on January 10th. The women will play at 5:30, followed by the men at 7:30. Remember, if you want to come see your Baruch Bearcats live here at the Arc, go to the Baruch Athletics website and make sure you click on the tickets link so you fill out the necessary paperwork to get into the Arc Arena.
So the scenario, 8-point deficit, Baruch down by 8, 4:05 left, plenty of time. But Baruch has to decrease the possession time of St. Joe's and have very successful offensive possession. So who is Coach Alisi going to insert, down this stretch here?
So it'll be Purisic, Sanborn, Bajrami, Fair, and Reese for the Bearcats, as Sanborn almost came away with the steal, and it'll stay with St. Joe's. Lackadaisical play there by Timothy Hurt on the inbound. As he was trying to find Bell, Sanborn snuck a hand in there quickly. And this time it'll go into Scholler, and Sanborn picks him up full length of the court. That's going to be a timeout for St. Joe's. Nice play there by Scholler with 3:53 remaining, as an impressive trap there by a smart play there by Sanborn and Bajrami, because you have the half court and the sideline here as almost 2 additional defenders, so you're trapping them on all 4 sides.
Well, Coach Alisi, who's one of the best defensive coaches in the last decade in CUNY, again, hangs his hat on defense. Did you hear the enthusiasm of the Baruch players who were close to our scorers table? So happy, it's like they just made a 3, but they, had a great defensive stop.
And forcing the Golden Eagles into a timeout. Baruch trailing by 8, but we've seen them down by as much as 16 here in the second half. So really just chipping away at it. That unit that gave them so much energy right now, currently on the bench, their starters kind of taking over and providing some energy on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, remember, we're making up for the lack of production by Bajrami today. So other players are going to step up. We know Fair is going to step up. Who's going to be that second and third player? Is it going to be Donaldson? Jack Reese, you can't forget about him, somehow getting a little floater in the lane or getting to the foul line.
Right now, Sanborn leading all Baruch scorers with 14 on the afternoon, shooting 39% from the field.
Now remember, Bajrami is good at late heroics.
He's also providing some energy here on the defensive end as he's in the game. As Hurt, and he contests Hurt's shot, which was no good. Nice play there with the left hand, but Bajrami there to match. And now it'll be Sanborn in the front court. Spin move on Bell. Gives it off to Reese. He puts it on the deck. Over to now Bajrami. Sanborn in the corner. Quickly the double team comes. It's back to Bajrami. Over to Sanborn. He's going to pull a left wing three. He knocks it down. Liam Sanborn. And just like that, Baruch trail by 5. And Bajrami, oh, nice crossover move there by Hurt. Bajrami picking him up full length of the court. Bell gets it into the front court into Malloy. Malloy has to put it on the deck. Looks like Coach Alisi wanted a double dribble called. Baruch's D, nice defense there by Fair, and it's off of Scholar's leg last, and it'll go back to the Bearcats.
What caused that, David, was a quick double team, and they used the out of bounds as your third defender.
The defensive rotation, quite impressive there from the Bearcats as Fair has it up top over to Reese. Once again, Baruch need a basket. Reese inside to Bajrami, gives it out to Sanborn. He's going to pull a three again. Shot no good. Rebound and batted around into the hands of Purisic. He's fouled on the shot, and he'll go to the line. Are they going to call it on the floor here? Hold on one moment. Either way, he's going to go to the line, as that'll put Baruch actually in the double bonus, so he'll shoot 2 regardless. Either way, called it on the floor, called it in the act of shooting. It'll put Purisic at the line.
Purisic looked like Leonardo DiCaprio there. A little bit of acting.
5 of 6 from the line on the afternoon so far, make it 6 of 7 as he knocks down the first.
Notice again what's been the catalyst to get Baruch back in this position is, again, their scrappiness. That's been the word we've used throughout the day and is really the story of today. Win or lose.
Baruch really playing well on the defensive end here in the second half. As Purisic knocks down the second, Baruch have only let up 26 second half points. Once again, Bell splits the trap, but Baruch going with a full trap there. They're going to call it a jump ball, so it'll stay with St. Joe's, but switch the possession arrow.
Hey, by the way, when St. John's had an exhibition game against Baruch, St. John's caused Baruch to do just what happened, and Baruch learned from that game about when they turned that they would get caught.
And Scholar's shot is no good. Purisic comes away with the rebound. Once again, forced into a tough opportunity. Almost maybe had to take it a little too early, though, because they haven't really been finding their shot here on the offensive end, have the Golden Eagles. Now Reese has it up top looking for options.
He came up short because that's why he was hounded.
Bajrami going to pull the three. He knocks it down, and we're all tied up here at the Arc Arena. Adnan Bajrami with a clutch three, only his first made field goal, his 5th point of the night.
Mr. Late Game Heroics.
And that'll be Hurd in the front court over to Bell. Has the pick from Malloy left if he wants it. He does. It goes off Purisic's leg left, and it'll stay with St. Joe's. 11 seconds left, but this unit here of Purisic, Fair, Bajrami, Sanborn, and Reese have gotten Baruch all the way back into the game. 62 all, a little bit less than 2 minutes remaining here in the ball game.
Yeah, it's a heavyweight boxing match. Baruch taking punches, St. Joe's taking punches. Who could survive?
And they have to get the shot up. Scholar just gets it off right before the shot clock. It doesn't hit iron, it only hits glass. So it'll be a shot clock violation with 1:45 left. Coach McSloy wants to talk it over. Full timeout for St. Joe's, but the momentum meter has swung all the way back to Baruch as they've tied it up here at 62 with 1:45 remaining here in the ball game.
All the way. Again, incredible effort that Baruch has stayed with it. I want to shout out Bajrami, who it's not been going down from today, but, great players. They wait, and it's going to happen. So we're seeing a lot of psychology out there today. But remember, the Bearcats are talking with Alisi and saying, listen, guys, we're at home. Let's walk into that locker room victorious, okay? We're not on the road. Let's get this done. And, hey, these guys have really earned it today if it comes out a W for the Bearcats.
Undefeated at the Arc Arena this season, 3-0 at home, like we mentioned, coming in on a 4-game win streak, trying to keep that intact. And, boy, the effort that they've had from multiple units tonight has been quite impressive. They were down 16 here in the second half. They've cut it all the way back to a tie game.
And I think Coach Alisi has found some formulas that he can go forward with, different kind of lineups, big lineups, scrappy lineups, more offensive-minded lineups. Nice to know as you evolve through the season.
Baruch coming off back-to-back one-point wins, 68-67 against Maritime on the 6th, 76-75 against the Merchant Marine Academy on December 9th. Once again, in a scrappy fight here to get a W here at the Arc Arena, as now Jehmehl Fair has it up top, gives it off to Reese. And Baruch looking for that shot. Reese thinks about it, instead gives it back off to Sanborn. Ball swung around the perimeter, Bajrami. Trying to find space here in the zone. Dangerous pass. Tabata comes away with it. He's going to go coast to coast and lay it in with the right hand.
Well, telegraph passes get you in trouble.
And shot there, no good by the Bearcats. Baruch was on a 15-0 run before that basket by Tabata.
Yeah, Donaldson gave up, Sanborn gave up too early on that one.
And Scholler has it up top, right wing to be exact. Has the pick from Malloy up top. He'll take it, goes left. Now Malloy into the paint with his right hand. Can't finish, gets his own rebound. Too strong. It was Hurt on the rebound, who's stripped by Jack Reese. And Reese getting chased down now by Hurt. He'll go right into the lane, and he draws the blocking foul and will go to the line to shoot two. Reese maybe a little bit out of control there, but able to benefit from the feet. Oh, actually, they're going to say it was Hurt from behind on the foul.
Well, my question is, David, if Jack Reese makes these foul shots, what does Coach Alisi then do in this final 30.9 seconds?
Timothy Hurt, and that'll do it for him this afternoon. That was his 5th foul of the ballgame. He ends the afternoon with 6 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, pair of steals, and a block for St. Joe's.
So both teams want to have their best free throw shooters on the court.
And Reese can't knock down the first. It rattles around and out. Jack Reese only shooting, he's only 2 of 7 on the line before these 2 attempts here on the season, and he knocks down the second. So Baruch trailed by 1, but only 0.9 difference between shot and game clock. So Baruch will need to contest and then foul. Oh, the ball gets batted around right to the hands of Bajrami. His shot got blocked from behind from Tabata, and Tabata's fouled. And that'll be a one-on-one on the other end. And what a defensive play by Baruch. And they may have rushed the shot as Bajrami was right under the basket with 3 Golden Eagles around him.
It was a gift. Bajrami had a gift, and it just didn't happen. But 26 seconds left, a lot of time. It's going to come down to foul shooting now.
And Tabata at the line to shoot a 1-and-1. 88% free throw shooter on the season, And he knocks down the first. Cameron Burns into the game, giving them a little bit more perimeter shooting. And off on the second. Sanborn skies for the rebound. .16 seconds left. Ball in the hands of Fair. Now gives it over to Bajrami. Baruch trail by 2. Coming in on 10 seconds remaining here in the ball game. Now to Bajrami. Bajrami crossover move, spin move, step back, free throw line jumper. Shot short, no good. Scholler gets the rebound and he'll get fouled with 1.9 left. Bajrami got the shot he was looking for. He was open from the elbow and unfortunately a little too short.
You know, Bajrami will make that shot 9 out of 10 times. It was a great look. It just came up short. Couldn't have done anything more on that. So let's see. 1.9, 2-point lead.
Scholler knocks home the first, rattles that one home. That would have been a big miss for. That would have been a big miss for Scholler there. He's able to rattle that one home.
That would have had a great opportunity for Baruch to get back in.
And Baruch going to call timeout with 1.3. There's still life for the Bearcats as Scholler couldn't hit the second. Baruch trailing by 3, and you have to assume, and maybe I'm incorrect here, but you have to assume the ball's going to find the hands of either Sanborn or Bajrami here with 3 minutes left, regardless of what Coach Alisi draws up.
Well, this is why you have the 3 ball. It's coming down now. St. Joe's can foul one of the players on the inbounds pass and then make sure that 3 is not an opportunity.
You just got to make sure you're not fouling them in the act.
Right. So from a defensive standpoint, you can foul the player, take away the possibility of a 3. And, what I would do if I'm Baruch is get an entry pass in that would allow the shooter to be in a position to act like he's shooting the 3. Don't just stand there and accept it.
So 1.3 remaining here in the ball game. Coach Alisi, drawing it up here on the whiteboard. One opportunity to do this here, as you gotta hit the 3, and it's going to be a full court play here, as they're going to have to inbound from underneath.
Sanborn, Fair, Bajrami, possibly Best, capable of making that 3. As you can see, Best is in the game. Yeah, Burns. Cameron Burns, I'm sorry. One day I'm going to call him Cameron Best because he is going to be the best.
And it's going to be a full court play here, trying to find an open shooter, and Baruch's going to call timeout with 1.3 still, as they couldn't find anyone open. Smart play there by Purisic. And it's going to be a 30-second timeout for Coach Alisi. So it was nice you have the extra timeout. You're able to rely on that if you can't find the inbounds. However, at some point you're going to need to get that ball in bounds there, and you're going to have to force up that 3. It looked like Sanborn was actually coming back to the shooter, to the basketball. And I guess what you really want to find is someone actually going towards the basket and catch that ball in stride and then able to pull up the jumper.
Hopefully, players setting screens for each other to come off a screen. Now remember, Bajrami's great at turnaround shots. So, and also Sanborn won a tournament for the Bearcats earlier because he created space for himself.
But you may not have that opportunity to do the turnaround shot with 1.3. So we'll see what Baruch can dial up, as Purisic will once again be the one to inbound. And his inbound is stolen by Tabata. And that will do it here at the Arc Arena. Almost a great comeback from the Bearcats, as they fall at the end of it 66 to 63. But what a will to come back, as they were down by 16. It was 62 all till a moment ago, when St. Joe's really able to close it down in the final minute.
Yeah, David, there is no loser in this game. Both teams need to be applauded for incredible efforts, a real classic heavyweight fight where both teams, took punches from their opponent and were able to get back up on their 2 feet. The thing about it is both teams take away learning more about their team going forward. So expect more from the Bearcats than relying on your usual things going forward. I just want to say, David, to Bearcat Nation, and you, with the upcoming New Year's, Happy New Year's to Bearcat Nation. May this be a happy and healthy, and everybody be safe, and let's go Bearcats.
So St. Joe's going to pick up the W this afternoon, or this evening now, as Alec Tabata leads all scorers with 19. Spencer Malloy having a big game underneath, had 16, and Matt Hurt had 12 to lead St. Joe's in scoring. And for the Bearcats, it was got led by the 17 of Liam Sanborn. Emil Purisic having a nice game, double-double of 14 and 10, and Jehmehl Fair added 10 for the Bearcats as well. But I guess at the end of the day, none of that's going to feel good, since you can't pick up the W here at the Arc Arena.
But, David, again, the scrappiness is something that Baruch showed for the first time, I think, this season, and that's going to play big on their attempts to find a way to win going forward. So with every game, you learn more about your team, and Baruch has the luxury of learning more about their team to go with the, you know what you're going to get defensively from Coach Alisi.
Absolutely. And what we have up next is honestly probably one of my favorite times of the year is our in-conference play in the CUNYAC. You know, you're going to at City College on January 7th. That's going to be your next game. It's going to be a week from tomorrow night. And that leads into a stretch of 5 out of 6 at home against in conference. The 2 against York, like we said, moved to January 10th, right into Brooklyn College at Medgar's, home against Lehman, John Jay, and then City College. So we get right into the stream of things, lead us right into the middle part of February to the conference tournament. So a lot of action coming up here at the Arc Arena.
Baruch will be fine because they have really been battle tested, including that St. John's exhibition game, which really forced them to play a bigger opponent like St. Joe's today. And so they've seen a little of everything. And also they've had guys step up. And all you can do as a team as the year goes up is next man up. So, that's a lot of good things from the Bearcats. You hate to leave the arena with a loss, but what did you learn about your team? And, how can you build on today?
I think they learned a lot about that second unit tonight, playing great on both ends. Obviously the starters got a lot of the points, but the second unit really brought them back into the game when you're talking about Reese, Guy, Sofronio, and Donnellan, and the list goes on and on of some of the guys that came off the bench. Cameron Burns, to your point, even Ed May had a few minutes off the bench, so giving them real depth and really showing that, hey, we have a nice second unit and maybe one of the best in the conference.
Yeah, we thought putting Muhammad Guy in and Burns was the answer. No, that was not the case today. Although Guy did a great job when he was in. Burns didn't do what he usually does, but he's going to be a threat out there because teams are going to see how kind of active he is. So we did learn, yes, something more than just Guy coming in off the bench. We learned about the scrappy unit. So, I think Coach Alisi has got a lot of different hats he can wear. And in CUNY, I think they'll be okay, especially here at the Arc.
So that'll do it here at the Arc Arena. Baruch dropping to the game today, 66-63, snapping their 4-game winning streak, including their undefeated streak, 3-0 at home. Plenty of time to make that up, like we said, in conference play. Our next broadcast will be at home against York College. It's a Monday night, January 10th. Don't forget, if you want to see the Bearcats in person, click on the tickets link on the Baruch Athletics website and fill out the paperwork that is required to see your Bearcats. So once again, your Bearcats fall to St. Joe's of Long Island, 66-63. You've been watching Baruch basketball on YouTube channel Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting and on Facebook Live. For Joe Stolzer, I'm David Just. Hope everyone has a happy New Year and have a great rest of your evening, New York.
Happy New Year, Bearcat Nation.